What if I told you that some places in the United States are already disappearing, even though people still live there today? Homes still stand, streets still exist, and daily life goes on as if nothing is wrong. But beneath the surface, time is running out. These are not myths or conspiracy theories. Scientists, engineers, and governments already know these places will not survive forever. Some will vanish beneath rising oceans. Others will sink into the ground. Some will simply be abandoned when living there becomes impossible. Tonight, we are traveling across the United States to places that are quietly being erased. When you see how and why this is happening, you may never look at the map the same way again. America is often seen as permanent, a nation of solid ground, massive cities, and endless resources. But geography does not care about borders or power. Nature always wins in the end. Places disappear for three main reasons: rising water, sinking land, and human decisions that cannot be undone. Sometimes it is slow and invisible. Sometimes it happens all at once. One of the fastest disappearing places in the United States is southern Louisiana. Louisiana is losing land at an alarming rate. Experts estimate that the state loses a piece of land roughly the size of a football field every hour. Entire towns that once appeared on maps are now underwater. New Orleans sits below sea level, protected only by levees and pumping systems. These systems must work constantly just to keep the city dry. The land itself is sinking because the Mississippi River no longer deposits sediment like it once did. Without that natural protection, the ground collapses while the ocean moves closer. Cemeteries flood. Roads crack. Houses slowly sink. Some communities have already been forced to relocate, not because of war or disaster, but because the land beneath them no longer exists. Scientists believe large portions of southern Louisiana may become uninhabitable within decades. Further east, another major American city is facing a quieter but equally dangerous threat. Miami does not flood only during hurricanes. It floods on sunny days. Seawater pushes up through storm drains, streets, and parking garages. Miami is built on porous limestone, which means water does not need to come from above. It rises from below. No seawall can stop it. No barrier can block it. Luxury buildings near the coast are already losing value. Insurance companies are refusing to offer coverage. Long before Miami disappears from the map, it may disappear from the economy. The city may look alive today, but its future is uncertain. Far north, another crisis is unfolding in Alaska. Many native Alaskan villages are built on permafrost, ground that was once permanently frozen. As temperatures rise, that ground melts. Homes collapse. Airports crack. Entire villages slide toward the ocean. Some communities have voted to relocate entirely. The cost of moving a single village can reach hundreds of millions of dollars. Many are still waiting, watching their land disappear year by year. In California, the threat does not come from the ocean alone. It comes from below. California's Central Valley is sinking. Decades of groundwater pumping have caused the land to collapse permanently. In some areas, the ground has sunk more than 30 feet. Bridges are damaged. Canals no longer carry water correctly. Roads bend and crack. Once land sinks like this, it never rises again. Ironically, this is happening in the region that feeds much of the United States. As the land sinks, farming becomes harder, water delivery becomes unreliable, and entire communities face an uncertain future. In the American Southwest, cities are facing another invisible deadline. Las Vegas, Phoenix, and parts of Southern California exist because of water that may no longer be there. Lake Mead and Lake Powell are at historically low levels. These reservoirs support millions of people, yet the demand keeps growing while supply shrinks. Cities continue expanding, but water does not magically appear. One day, the numbers will no longer add up. When water ends, cities do not slowly fade. They stop. In Pennsylvania, another kind of disappearance is taking place. Centralia is a town that is already gone. An underground coal fire has been burning beneath it since 1962. The ground cracks. Toxic gases escape. Roads collapse. Almost everyone has left. What remains is a warning. Some places do not disappear naturally. Some are destroyed by human choices. Along the East Coast, barrier islands are slowly being eaten away by the ocean. Places like the Outer Banks in North Carolina constantly shift and shrink. Homes fall into the sea. Roads must be rebuilt again and again. Eventually, rebuilding will stop. In parts of Texas, land is sinking due to oil and gas extraction. In other areas, extreme heat is making outdoor life increasingly dangerous. Some places will not disappear underwater. They will disappear because living there becomes unbearable. The truth is, disappearance does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like rising insurance costs, closed schools, empty houses, fewer jobs. People leave one by one until a place quietly fades away. These places are not gone yet, but they are changing faster than most people realize. The map of the United States is not fixed. It is alive. It moves. It shrinks. It breaks. And the places disappearing today may only be the beginning.